got 2 big weeks left of the season, right?
Yes, sir.
But I don't ever remember a team clinching the conference championship with 2 weeks left. So here's the Charleston Southern University Buccaneers 2015 Big South.
Charleston Southern FCS playoff bound for the first time in school history. The Bucs wrap up a share of the Big South Conference title with a 28-14 win over Kennesaw State and some exciting scenes from the celebration afterward.
Yeah, it was good to see the joy on the guys' faces. It was a hard-fought win, but the team has put a lot into that moment there to be able to accomplish the championship and a playoff berth, and to see it come to fruition, make sure it happened. We were in that situation a couple of years ago and didn't respond in a good way, and to see them finish it out it was a good feeling.
You mentioned the pregame message to the team about filling the box. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, we've talked about playing for a championship each week, as you know. We made them up, whatever we were playing for, and then we were playing for one this week, and so we talked about, we got a ring box and said, hey, we have an opportunity to fill this box. And how we're going to fill it is by the same way that we've got to this point, playing together, playing for each other, and striking the stone. So we sort of did that on our night before, showed them, have some empty boxes there, and a little motivational attack, and we like to think it works. I'm sure it didn't. I'm sure the kids just laugh at you, but that was our goal. We wanted to fill the box for against Kennesaw State and be able to take it to their place. They were undefeated at their nest, and it was good for us to go in there and get a win.
Get the trophy buckled in, and you get ice cream. That's a pretty nice ride home.
Anytime you can get ice cream, it's a win. And then when you can take some jewelry back home or some trophy, that's even better.
28-14 win for CSU. They're 7th straight. They're now 8-1, ranked number 8 in the country in the latest FCS coaches poll. They'll host Liberty this Saturday. But first, we show you some first-half highlights from the game up at Kennesaw, and certainly didn't get off to the kind of start you hoped for.
No, not at all. We get a decent coverage here on a kick. And they do a little trick on us here that we don't catch, and so to their credit, we'll give it to them there, and they're able to score on the first play there. But I think that made it even more sweeter that we beat them. They had to do a trick play to score, and then we shut them out the rest of the game basically. So that was good, but not the way you want to start, and that gives them some momentum going, and then we need to try to at least capture it back. And unfortunately for us on offense, we get a good couple plays to get ourselves in a 3rd and 1, and then have some penalties that just set you back. And I felt like maybe the beginning of the game we were maybe a little too juiced, because of the moment. We're normally pretty quiet during the pregame and those things, and we were a little amped up, and I think we might have put a little bit too much into it.
Cheston Bennett with the touchdown for Liberty. Anthony Ellis did block the extra point. He was a name we called out quite a bit in the first half. Kennesaw takes it into your end, and your defense comes up with a couple of big plays here in the early going to keep you in it.
Yeah, it was. They're up, like you said, up 6, and then they get good field position, and they drive a little bit, but our defense was able to get them off the field and let them punt, and then we hopefully have a chance to come back and make some plays happen, and then we get a bad first play there, so we're backed up on 2nd down, and then we lose a guy in protection, and the quarterback have a guy open early, but the quarterback has to force a ball. They get a pick, so definitely not the start that you want. They're playing with a lot of excitement, feel like things are going well. Fortunately, our defense comes out and takes things back from them right here.
Taylor Henkel with the interception for Kennesaw State, but Kennesaw has a couple penalties, and Anthony Ellis going to get a sack here, and it was a pretty special 30 minutes of football from him.
Yeah, it was. First half was as good as you can see somebody play, but we've got them in a 2nd and 38, so they had great field position, and then our defense comes back and makes a tremendous play to get us the ball back, and then we get a great return here by Darius.
Darius Hammond backs up to his own 10, and one that it almost looked like maybe he wouldn't take a shot to return it, ends up breaking 3 or 4 tackles, 53 yards, and he just makes some special plays in the return game.
Yeah, he can always make some people miss, and then he finds a way to – he's not the fastest in the world, but he just finds a way to make guys miss and all these things, and just a special player. And then they look like they got a chance to go up at least 9-0, maybe 12-14, and then we're able to come back and get a drive here because we get great field position, get a nice play here to get us inside the red zone, and then we get us a score here on the next play.
Ben Robinson with the first down run sets up this. Austin Brown to Colton Korn. Colton with the touchdown puts you up 7-6. And like you said, a couple-minute juncture where it goes from looking like they're going to take a 2-score lead to you guys being in front.
Yeah, huge play in the game. Our defense getting a great stop, and then we get a big return, and then we're able to go score. And so it looked, they probably had the best start they could hope for, and thinking that they're rolling, and we weather that storm, and then we go back to work on offense and defense. And our defense, shut them down, except for some penalties there in the second half and the trick play. They don't get a lot on us.
Colton Korn touchdown pass gives the Bucs a 7-6 lead. You're seeing Kennesaw offensively here late in the first half. Tackle for loss, 1 of 4 in the first half for Anthony Ellis. Defense held on to 113 rushing yards. It was a Kennesaw team that come in third in the country in rushing. Your offense is able to put a drive together here.
Yeah, our defense was tremendous. They were rushing for a lot of football or a lot of yards. And this is the first time I think they played a team that was physical, and we obviously took advantage of it. You can see a physical right there. Kevin Gleer's on a great block, and we get another drive going down here at the end of the first, making some plays.
8-play, 69-yard touchdown drive here for the Bucs. Brown finds Nathan Pereira, and you guys were able to mix and match and put a nice drive together here in the second quarter.
Yeah, I thought we had had a good mix of running and making some completions. I thought that Austin played well there, and then we get a nice read here in a run. And this was another great run by Darius Hammond. He broke about 3 tackles there and allows us to get the lead.
12-yard touchdown run for Darius Hammond. He scored in 8 of the Bucs' 9 games this season, makes it a 14-6 game, and you guys at this point have the momentum back on your side.
Yeah, we thought that was good. We put ourselves in a good position now. There's still obviously a lot of time here in the first half to go, and so we're back out there. And to their credit, they put a little drive here together as well. But we want our defense hopefully get us a stop, and we get them in a 4th down and have a chance right here to make a tackle before that, and they make a good play, get a good run. I mean, you mentioned 113 yards. I think 35 or something was on that one run, so we have to bow up here and try to hold them.
Kennesaw ends up taking it inside the 10-yard line. Your defense gets a stop, then offsides on a 4th down, so they end up going for it on 4th and short. And one of the bigger plays of the game, Zach Johnson comes up and makes a tackle for loss.
Yeah, that was huge, because they should have. They're going to tip the field goal there. Now we might have blocked it, who knows? But then we jump offsides, which was bad for us, and then we get a stop right here, which was just a big play. I mean, they didn't get anything out of the drive, so you feel like you won that. You didn't even give up points. And so then we go back, we have to punt, we don't do anything, and then Anthony makes an unbelievable play right here.
Anthony Ellis knocks away the pitch, picks up the football, breaks the tackle of the quarterback. I don't think the quarterback had much of a chance to make that stop there.
No, Anthony's pretty good, and to see him knock the pitch down, bend over and get it, and then break a tackle for the quarterback, I mean, that's you don't see that a lot at our level. It's an unbelievable play.
21-6 lead, and he's a guy that you were expecting big things from coming into the year. What makes him such a good player?
Well, he's so just explosive, and he doesn't. You wouldn't ever think it, but when he's just got such quicks, and he's strong, and he's naturally strong, and so he can beat you with strength. He can beat you with his quickness and his speed. And he's a heady football player. I think that's what gets overlooked. He understands the game, so he knew what the quarterback's trying to do to him, and he can try to play both. And you don't get a lot of guys that have that combination. You got guys that are strong and fast, maybe not as smart on the field. He's got all that, and I'm glad he's on our side.
So the Bucs take a 21-6 lead into halftime. We'll take a look at the second half highlights after this on the Jamey Chadwell Show. Welcome back on the Jamey Chadwell Show as we take a look at some second half highlights from Saturday's win over Kennesaw State, and you take the momentum into halftime. You're able to build on it in the third quarter.
Yeah, we thought obviously we didn't play well as a team in the first half, but we had the lead, and so we get a great field position right here, and so we have an opportunity to go down and hopefully give us a lead that we felt would be insurmountable. And we make I thought on this drive we had a couple big 3rd down conversions here. This throw right here, they bring a blitz, and Austin throws an unbelievable ball, and Kenny catching that. Just a good job on our 2 3rd downs there.
First to Prater, that time to Kenny Dinkins. Really nice job by Austin to hand in. Good touch to find Kenny. They set you back again here, but you guys are able to overcome it and get in the end zone.
Yeah, they got us a sack there. We missed a guy open, but they did penalty, got a face mask. We get a 1st down, and then this was a unique scheme that we put in just for this game. Ride the running back all the way down the field till he's going to get tackled, then pull it, and it worked out for us there. And Austin runs in, and we take a lead right out of the took almost 6 minutes off the clock and then take the lead. So we're pretty excited about that.
7-yard touchdown for Austin Brown gives the Bucs a 28-6 lead, and the score would stay there for much of the second half. And your defense able to shut down a triple option attack for the second time this year.
Yeah, we wanted to make them obviously earn everything, and so they're driving, trying to make some plays happen. We hold them on a fourth down there, and they back us up. They get a good punt, and we're backed up. I thought this drive here was an important drive because it's still 28-6, 7-something minutes to go. We're 3rd and 13. They stop us here. They get good field position. Austin does a great job of stepping up, and then Prater dropped a pass before, makes a nice play there. And we get a good drive here to really, you wanted to go score, obviously, but we were able to go out and at least get good field position, change the whole field if we don't get the drive into a touchdown.
Bucs able to get out from under the shadow of their own goal line. There's Darius Hammond breaking tackles, doing what he does best.
Yeah, there's not enough superlatives for Darius. Here we're on a 3rd and 3. We make a mistake on a pitch he we're supposed to pitch off of. So you can see Coach Chadwell's a little ticked off right there. But we're able to back them up in the 10. So they got to make a drive. If they're going to drive, they've got to go 90. So disappointed that we got stopped on a 3rd and short, but we really changed the field, which was something that we wanted to accomplish.
CSU's defense kept getting Kennesaw off the field, though, 1 for 12 on 3rd down. Really, since Big South play began, your defense has been outstanding getting the other team off the field. Yeah,
they're doing a great job in those situations, and I think they're getting them a lot of 3rd and mediums and 3rd and longs, which is what we like.
Kennesaw driving here late in the 3rd quarter, but the Bucs able to come up with another defensive stop. You take it into the 4th quarter at 28-6, and just more of the same from your defense, what you've come to expect really this season.
Yeah, great play by Troy setting the edge there, and then we get the ball back, and this is our 3rd drive in the half. We had 2 pretty good ones, and so we want to go finish the game right here. And we do a good job of getting down here and making some plays. Austin running the ball. We get good blocking on the perimeter. We're milking the clock and doing some good stuff here as far as driving the football. We get a nice run by Bence. We're down here inside close to getting in the red zone, and we have a mistake here on a route. We got a guy that's supposed to run across the middle, has a chance to be open, and he bleeds into another one, and ball gets tipped. And so you're driving to feel like you got a chance to really end it, and then you give them hope.
Henkel comes up with his 2nd interception of the game for Kennesaw, and they're able to take advantage of some penalties and hit a big play in the passing game here to move down the field.
Yeah, a little questionable calls there. I think we had a couple questionable ones in that game that we gave. I mean, this whole drive right here, basically, they got penalties to get the drive going, and then they make a play right there. But pretty questionable as far as giving them some calls there, and that's the way they were able to drive down and score.
Jake McKenzie, backup quarterback in the game for Kennesaw, able to take it close to the goal line here. He eventually takes it across to make it a 28-14 game as they get the 2-point conversion, but really never put too much of a scare into it, although they got a little offsetting, I guess, there in the 4th.
Well, you're up 2 touchdowns. You still feel pretty decent about the chance that for them to try to score 2 touchdowns on you is going to be tough, and so they get one more. We come out and have a chance to hopefully finish the drive and get a nice run on 1st down, and then we have to end up punting. We can't get 2 yards on 2 downs, which is frustrating, but we make a mistake inside, and we go from 2nd and 2 to 3rd and 5 or 6, and then we have a chance here to catch maybe a 1st down. If he catches it, falls forward there, we got a shot, but they make it incomplete. They do a good job rallying the ball, and then they got to go back to work, but our defense stones them here. If they have to throw, they're in trouble. Typically, most option teams, and unless they get pass interference calls. And so we're able to rush the quarterback and make some plays. I'm sure it really should have had a pick right there.
Kind of Kennesaw's last-ditch effort here, a 4th down play. They're able to convert once on 4th down, but eventually your defense gets them off the field. Malcolm Jackson had a couple of pass deflections in this game again. Kennesaw's able to get the 1st down there, but defense sets them back again, and that was kind of the story of the day, getting them in some disadvantageous situations.
Yeah, when they're in 2nd and 17 and plays like that, they're not gonna make a play. And obviously, it's 4th down right here. They complete it, but it's way short of the yard to make, and so we do a great job there. That guy's obviously grabbing their face mask, didn't call it, and then. We're able to drive the ball. I think there was about 5 minutes left and finish the drive, and could have won and scored, but sometimes it's nice just to take a knee, and get a victory.
28-14, Bucs win at least a share of the Big South title, head to the FCS playoffs for the first time ever, and a pretty special thing. It's a pretty special day for this program.
Yeah, big. You work hard. Everybody does to give an opportunity to do that, and when you actually can realize that the dream or a goal that you have, it's a special day. And to obviously the 2005 team won a share, but to be able to clinch a playoff berth, that's pretty. The first one ever. That's something that's really special. And so hopefully we enjoyed it. We still got a big one this week that we need to come in and take care of our business to try to get the best seed we can possible, and that's been our focus.
You mentioned sharing it with the guys that have been here in the past, and to be as close as you guys were the last 2 years maybe makes it even more special.
It does, because I think every team has contributed to getting you to this point. Way back when, from the guys that started as a club to the first scholarship guys, and moving on up, and the 2005 team showing people that you could accomplish a championship here. So everybody's had a plan in it, and then our staff got here having the success and being close. But those guys really set the culture and laid the foundation for the way we were trying to do the program, and they helped us get to this point. So I think everybody can sort of share, and maybe physically you weren't there, but everything that you put into the program before has helped us get to this where we're at right now.
Charleston Southern can win an outright Big South title with a win Saturday over Liberty, and we'll talk about that after this on the Jamey Chadwell Show. Welcome back to the Jamey Chadwell Show. Charleston Southern will go for their 8th straight win against Liberty this Saturday. It's senior day for the Bucks, but it was a sophomore that had the big day for CSU against Kennesaw State, Anthony Ellis, and we talked about him a bit earlier, but he's just been sensational here of late.
He has. We played a lot on our third down or nickel and dime packages last year. He was a designated rusher because he's a really good pass rusher off the edge, and had a lot of older guys. And now he's really one of the guys with a lot of experience. Him and Caleb Batcher have played the most on our team up front, so he really had to step up and take a leadership role. And he's not the guy that's going to do that by talking a lot, but his play. And he's been really consistent this year. He's had a lot of games where they've had to double team him and chip him because of his pass rushing. In the last few weeks, he's really stepped up, and he's got a chance to be maybe the most decorated and maybe one of the best linemen to ever come through this place.
Anthony got some time last year in a veteran defensive line mix, 5 seniors on the D-line for the Bucks last year, and senior day this upcoming Saturday, so there'll be a lot of parents in attendance. And a parent of yours has the question this week in the Ask Coach Chadwell segment. Your dad wants to know, nickname for Sam Malone from Cheers.
Nickname for Sam Malone for Cheers, Mayday.
Okay, he said you would get it.
Yeah, Mayday. Cheers was probably my all-time favorite show, Cheers and Seinfeld. But Cheers was in the 80s. I was young, but we watched that as a family a lot, and loved Sam Mayday Malone. And Cheers is probably gives me a lot of quotes, and Sam reminds me a lot of you, except he's a lot better looking. And you have similar personalities. But Sam Mayday Malone played baseball for the Red Sox, but was an alcoholic. This is the story. He was an alcoholic. Got out of baseball, but with his money, he bought this bar, had this bar, and that was sort of the story of Cheers.
I can't remember the original answer your dad gave me, but apparently it was wrong, because about an hour later, your brother emailed me giving me the correct answer. So your family really cares about this Ask Coach Chadwell stuff. We're glad somebody does.
Somebody does. They're the only people that watch the show. If there's 10 clicks, it's from my side. So them and Brian Hyder. Brian, we appreciate you, because we know you're a buck. We love shows, movies, things that we can quote a lot, and Sam Mayday Malone.
As far as football goes, Liberty this Saturday, it's a team you guys were able to beat last year up in Lynchburg, and a lot to play for on Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, huge. We have the first opportunity since 2011 to be outright champions in this league, so that's important. We'd like to not have a co-championship with anybody. Secondly, now that we've secured the playoff bid, a win helps you hopefully get a better seed. We want to get a home game, and hopefully if we'll take care of business, we'd like to get a home bye. We want to be a protected seed. And so all that's still after our first play. But most importantly, it's senior day, it's homecoming. This might be first time people have come to see the Bucks. They might have heard, hey, you're having a good season, but actually seen us. And so we've been talking a lot about the team is, what do you want those people to say about you? We filled the box last week. Now what do we want it to say? You know, what do you want that thing to say after you filled it? And that's been our focus this week. And I think you'll see us come out and hopefully play at a high level.
As far as the challenges Liberty presents, always a lot of size, and a quarterback-receiver duo that's one of the best around.
Yeah, size you mentioned, they're always the most physical and biggest people in the conference. I mean, they're on both sides of the ball. Their quarterback's obviously all-conference type guy, throws it, runs it well. I think that's what people don't realize about him. He's really athletic for his size. He's huge. I mean, he walks in. I mean, he's put together well. And then you mentioned the receiver. And Peterson, and he can make plays. He made a lot of plays on us up there last year. And I think what they've started winning and doing well, they found their run game again, and that's the challenge. We've got to be able to stop them running the ball, force them into pass, and hopefully they'll give us opportunity. And then we've got to score when we get in the red zone. That's been the last couple games. We've got to make sure we finish when we get down there.
So Charleston Southern, ranked number 8 in the country, will go for their 8th straight win, try for a Big South outright championship. 2 o'clock kickoff, homecoming against Liberty on Saturday. You can watch it on ESPN3. For Jamey Chadwell, my name is Kevin O'Rourke. Thanks for watching The Jamey Chadwell Show.